Good evening, everybody. This is Eric Foster, co-founder of the Future Today and Tomorrow Super PAC. This is going to be a quick snippet because I just copied a video from the weekend show, the weeknight show, where Michael Steele articulated what I have communicated over and what our Super PAC has communicated over the past year. When confronted with the lies from the MAGA dictatorship regime and the MAGA congressional subsidiary, the MDR and the MCS, Democrats have to start responding in kind and stop acting like or functioning like, well, if we're in a congressional hearing, we're still in a hearing as if we were in a hearing during Bush 43, Bush 41, or Reagan, because you're not. And so today, the vitriol of lies and bullshit that came from Pam Bondi, Politburo Pam, and from the MCS members of the committee, and outside of Senator Schiff, most of the other members sat there and talked past the lies, trying to ask questions that they were not going to get answers to, and trying to use the fact that she didn't answer them as validation to say she is lying. Yeah, you got that. But also at the same time, she's got hours worth of content. The MDR and the MCS and the MAGA mainstream media have hours of content of her talking shit and lying and attacking the non MAGA American majority. And you sat there and talked past trying to get answers to questions, some traditional oversight, some about the actual weaponization of the Department of Justice, and you never responded to the attacks and the bullshit that came from her with regards to what the actual weaponization of the Department of Justice is. There was none during President Biden's term. Every time that gets raised, it's a lie. You have to respond to every fucking lie like you breathe. Do you like breathing air? I like breathing air. To breathe air, I got to breathe when my sinuses are stopped up, when my asthma is kicking up, and when everything is okay. But you all continue to sit there and function in a world where you seem to think that you can talk and you can communicate and you can get in a hearing like that when her or Cash Patel come in, that you can get legitimate answers, that they're there to actually answer, and that their lack of answering gives you the information to say that they're lying or they're covering up. While it does, you've let hours of lies and bullshit go forth and be turned into false truth on mainstream media and through the MDR and the MCS. You have to raise your game. You have to operate like Senator Schiff did, and you have to change who you're working with, because the people working with you are not preparing you for this fight. You're fighting this fight as if this is 1976, analog TVs with the carpet on the speaker, and we're in the 21st century with streaming. Guys, this isn't working in terms of your approach, and it's got to change. And what's funny was, and then I'll be done in a minute, after Michael Steele, who I respect and believe brings serious knowledge, and he definitely gets the assignment about make truth simple again and make truth mandatory again. When he got done, Mark Elias, who I also respect, and is one of the greatest election attorneys in this country. He said, well, Democrats had a choice: respond to it and quote unquote give it legitimacy, or try to ask serious questions and get serious answers. And then he said there's nothing wrong with either way. No, Mark, that's wrong. You and our side, the pro democracy side, has to stop accepting that there's going to be legitimate responses, communication, and treatment from the MDR and the MCS. They are there to lie and create propaganda, communication, false narratives, misstate facts, and attack you all, and attack the voters who elected you, and attack majority Democratic voting communities. You all have to respond in kind. Former Republican Party leader, the old Republican Party, Michael Steele, was 100% correct. You have to fight in the gutter. It's not about, to Mark's point, that if you respond, you're legitimizing it, because the MAGA mainstream media is going to turn that into their false reality of legitimate information and communication. And so 77 million Americans are going to get that and think that there's something to it, think that there's validity to it. So you've got to understand that that's where we already start with. Everything that they bring to a congressional hearing is a lie. It's going to be a lie, and the truth ain't never going to be in it. So you have to respond in kind. That's why I say, in addition to us as a super PAC, encouraging and contacting your offices, as well as your colleagues in the House, in the Democratic caucus, the Pro Democracy caucus, to encourage you to stand against the MAGA dictatorship budget, we can help you better game plan, because the teams that's working with you and the consultants that's working with you are not helping. There's 165 million, no, 164,297,439 eligible American citizen adults who could vote, for you. And that includes the 75,017,613 that voted for Vice President Harris. You don't have to worry about trying to get people from the quote unquote 77,302,580 who voted for Trump to come back home. Once again, 164,295,439 is fucking bigger than 77,302,580. It's simple math. Work within the pool that is the 68% of American eligible voters, the non-MAGA pool. Change the game, change the approach, change our future, and save our country. If you have interest in, following or contacting or working with us, besides us contacting your office, you can visit us at www.futurepac.today. You can email me at eric@futurepac.today. We love to have a chance to talk with you and see how we can help you change the communications approach so that you can reach the 164,295,439 eligible American citizen voters who didn't choose the MAGA dictatorship regime and their MAGA congressional subsidiary and the MAGA mainstream media's bullshit. Thank you, and catch you on the other side.